All glories to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Antya Leela Chapter 12, Text 145. Etakahi Mahāprabhu Karilagamana Govindere Paṇḍita Kichu Kahena Vachana. After Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu had said this and left, Jagadānanda Pandit spoke to Govinda. (146) Tumi sigraya hakarite parasambhahane kahiha pandita ebe vashila bojane. Go quickly and massage the Lord's feet, he said. You may tell him the Pandit has just sat down to take his meal. (147) Tomhare Prabhu Rasesha Rakhimu Dhariya Prabhu Nidra Gele Tumi Kaiha Asiya. I shall keep some remnants of the Lord's food for you. When he is asleep, come and take your portion. 148. Ramainandai Aragovinda Raguna Ata Sabhare Bantiya Dila Prabhura Vyanjana Bhatta. Jagadānanda Pandit thus distributed remnants of the Lord's food to Ramai, Nandai, Govinda, and Raghunath Bhatta. 149. Apane Prabhu Rasesha Karila Bojana Tabe Govindere Prabhu Pataila Punaha. He also personally ate the remnants of food left by Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Then the Lord again sent Govinda. 150. Dekha Jagadānanda Prashada Paya Kinapaya Sigra Asi Samachara Kahibe Amaya. The Lord told him, go see whether Jagadānanda Pandit is eating. Then quickly return and let me know. 151. Govinda asi dekhi kahila panditera bojana tabe Mahaprabhu svataye karila sayana. Seeing that Jagadānanda Pandit was indeed eating, Govinda informed the Lord, who then became peaceful and went to sleep. 152. Jagadānande Prabhute Preme Chale Ehimate Satyabhama Krishne Yoiche Suni Bhagavate. The affectionate, loving exchanges between Jagadānanda Pandit and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued in this like the exchanges between Satyabhama and Lord Krishna related in Srimad Bhagavatam. 153. Jagadānanda subhagera ke kahibe sima Jagadānandera sobhagyera tenhase upa. Who can estimate the limit of Jagadānanda Pandit's fortune? He himself is the example of his own great fortune. 154. Jagadānandera prema vivarta sune yehi jana Premera svarupa jane paya prema dana. Anyone who hears about the loving exchanges between Jagadānanda Pandit and Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, or who reads Jagadānanda's book, Prema Vivarta, can understand what love is. Moreover, He achieves ecstatic love of Krishna. Purport. The word vivarta means accepting something to be the opposite of what it appears. Here, Jagadānanda Pandit appeared very angry, but this anger was a manifestation of his great love for Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Prema Vivarta is also the name of a book written by Jagadānanda Pandit. Therefore, the author of Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, uses the words Prema Vivarta to refer to one who reads the book or hears about Jagadānanda Pandit's loving dealings with Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. In either case, such a person very soon achieves love of Krishna. (155) Shri Rupa Raghunatha Padeyara Asa Caitanya-caritāmṛta Kahe Krishna Dasa. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I Krishna Das narrate the Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Antya Leela, 12th chapter, describing Jagadānanda Pandit's loving dealings with Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Chapter 13. Pastimes with Jagadānanda Pandit and Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives the following summary of the 13th chapter in his Amrita Pravaha Bhasya. Thinking Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu was uncomfortable sleeping on bark of plantain trees, Jagadānanda made a pillow and quilt for him. The Lord, however, did not accept them. Then Srup Damodar Goswami made another pillow and quilt from finely shredded plantain leaves, and after strongly objecting, the Lord accepted them. With the permission of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, Jagadānanda Pandit went to Vrindavan, where he discussed many devotional subjects with Sanatana Goswami. There was also a discussion about Mukunda Sarasvati's garment. When Jagadānanda returned to Jagannath Puri, he presented Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu with some gifts from Sanatana Goswami, and the incident of the pilu fruit took place. Once Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu became ecstatic upon hearing the songs of a Devadasi. Unaware of who was singing, he ran toward her through thorny bushes, but when Govinda informed the Lord that it was a woman singing, he immediately stopped. By this incident, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu instructed everyone that sannyasis and Vaishnavas should not hear women singing. When Raghunath Bhatta Goswami left Varanasi on his way to Jagannath Puri after completing his education, he met Ramadasa Vishvasa Pandit. Vishvasa Pandit was very proud of his education, and being an impersonalist, he was not well received by Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. A summary of the life of Raghunath Bhatta Goswami ends this chapter. Text 1. Krishna vicheda jathartya kshine chapi manastanu dadhate phalatam bhavar yasyatam kuram ashraye. Let me take shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Gaurachandra. His mind became exhausted and his body very thin from the pain of separation from Krishna. But when he felt ecstatic love for the Lord, he again became fully developed. 2. Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta. All glories to Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. All glories to Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of the Lord. 3. He namate Mahāprabhu Jagadānanda Shange Nanamate Asvadhaya Premera Tarange. In this way, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu would taste various transcendental relationships of pure love in the company of Jagadānanda Pandit. 4. Krishna vichede duke chinam hanakaya Bhavaveshe Prabhu Kabu Prafulita Haya. The unhappiness of separation from Krishna exhausted the Lord's mind and reduced the structure of his body. But when he felt emotions of ecstatic love, he again became developed and healthy. 5. Kalhara saralate sayana atikshina saralate hadala gevyata haya gaya. Because he was very thin, when he lay down to rest on the dry bark of plantain trees, it caused him pain in his bones. 6. Deki Saba Bhaktagana Mahaduka Paya Sahite Nare Jagadānanda Śrī Upaya. All of the devotees felt very unhappy to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in pain. Indeed, they could not tolerate it. Then Jagadānanda Pandit devised a remedy. 7. Sukshmavastra Anhi Gorika Diya Rangaila Simulira Tula Diya Taha Purhaila. He acquired some fine cloth and colored it with red oxide. Then he filled it with cotton from a simula tree. 8. Ekatuli balisa govindera hate dila prabhure soya iha tahare kahila. In this way he made a quilt and a pillow, which he then gave to Govinda, saying, "Ask the Lord to lie on this." 9. Svarupa Goshanike Kahe Jagadānanda Aji Apanayana Prabhure Karai Hasayana. Jagadānanda said to Srūpa Damodar Goswami, "Today, please personally persuade Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu to lie down on the bed." 10. Sayanera Kale Svarupa Tahani Rahila Tuli Balisa Deki Prabhu Krodha Vista Haila. When it was time for the Lord to go to bed, Srūpa Damodar stayed nearby. But when Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu saw the quilt and pillow, he was immediately very angry. 11. Govindera Puchena Iha Karaila Konjana Jaganandera Namasuni Sankocha Hailamana. The Lord inquired from Govinda, "Who has made this?" When Govinda named Jagadānanda Pandit, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu was somewhat fearful. 12. Govindere kyahi sei tuli dura kaila kalara sarala upara sayana karila. After asking Govinda to put aside the quilt and pillow, the Lord lay down on the dry plantain bark. 13. Svarupa kahe tomara ichaki kahite pari saya upekshile Paṇḍita dukkha pabe bhari. Srūpa Damodar said to the Lord, "I cannot contradict your supreme will, my Lord, but if you do not accept the bedding, Jagadānanda Pandit will feel great unhappiness." 14. Prabhu kahena kata eka anaha parite Jagadānanda chahe amaya vishaya bhunjaite. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu replied, "You might as well bring a bedstead here for me to lie on. Jagadānanda wants me to enjoy material happiness." 15. Sanyasi manusa amara bhumete sayana Amhare kata tuli bali samastaka mundhana. I am in the renounced order, and therefore I must lie on the floor. For me to use a bedstead, quilt, or pillow would be very shameful. 16. Svarupa Goshani Asi Paṇḍite Kahila Suni Jagadānanda Mane Mahaduka Paila. When Swarup Damodar returned and related all these incidents, Jagadānanda Pandit felt very unhappy. Thus ends our reading for today. All glories to Shripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj Ki Jai. All glory to Om Vishnu Pad Srila Bhakti Nirmalachari Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to Shripad Bhakti Nishkam Shanta Maharaj Ki Jai. All glory to Shripad Bhakti Vigyan Muni Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Giri Govardhan Gupta Govardhan Dham Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.